So, hello everyone, here comes time for Romeo and Juliet in anime. No, but of course, obviously they're very classic, romance of boy and a girl, two different sides, one is a knight, one is a witch, and so on, right? And that's definitely the fun part of the anime, right? Oh, incidentally, also the same casino and so on, even though it's incredibly stars aligned, right? It's incredible that you're always meeting, and she's like, I'm probably gonna meet him now. I feel like we are destined to be together. It's like every goddamn time, right? Let's see if I'm right. If Faceless is a cute girl, maybe it's gonna be, if they're gonna reveal who Faceless is, I think it's gonna be the cute girl Lapera, her friend, right? Otherwise, though, I mean, then it's okay, right? I do think that the whole Jeep car thing and the driving this ugly, it's like a CGI thing, and I don't know. I think that's okay, but like when you're going into this cave and so on, that's pretty. Like, those parts where he's kind of driving around, nothing happens, and they have this dialogue that aren't super interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Like, those parts are definitely the kind of meh. Like you want the rom-com, right? You want the rom-com. You want the Red Girlfriends too. Yeah, you want the like, oh no, oh, God, that's my yeah. You want that part. Right? That's the fun part. And the battles are pretty cool, but the middle part in between that, I think episode 1 showed it the most, where the first 10 minutes, in my opinion, were pretty drag, right? And then when she appears and they actually meet, then it gets a lot more fun. Episode 2 was a lot better, right? And episode 1 was. And episode 4 is like kind of the reverse. It started out better, the casino and the phototeller, very classic gaming thing, and then it got into okay, kind of like half-ass boring, and that's like fan service with the captain or her big oppas, but that's it's a weird character. Okay, let's start watching it. 3, 2, 1, and go. But I do think that, like last episode, it kind of went from the opposite direction, I would say, right? Like it started out better, and then it went and became a little more boring. And let's see this episode then. But I do think the anime has, I think it struggles, right, when they don't have them having the weird romance. So apparently they have some. Well, it's pretty clear, right, that this familiar dimension is a real evil part, right there. This like vassal state, they're definitely gonna be evil. Take control of the waters and so on. Yeah, it's pretty obvious they're gonna be the bad guys. Exactly, here is this guy is a Darkshine Knight. Masked Lord. It's like this, come on, this guy, Masked Lord, he's clearly the bad guy. He's gonna be the main bad guy, or not the main, he's gonna be the as I said, the dragon, he's gonna be the in the front of the bad guys, the Death Jester, Darkshine Knight and so on. He's clearly that character. Exactly, because here's his witch lady kissing. What a name. No, but look, I mean, those two characters are clearly the real bad guys, and potentially Kissing's mother, something that is the true bad woman, right? The queen of the vassal or something like that. I think for immediately in this anime, it's pretty clear that the reason that Romeo and Juliet kind of character, right, can be together is because a third faction has to enter, right? They can then fight this evil third faction united against the bad, the third evil bad faction, right? That's the only way that these 200-year-old war nations can be friends, right? Certainly. And those guys, and those two guys kissing and Masked Lord. I mean, he looks like Death Jester, and it's like, yes, Masked Lord. And that's probably could be the leader of them, the green-haired Arara. She could potentially be the queen, right? Of the true evil family, something like that. But they're clearly going to ally up with, whatever is coming to the waters, right? I mean, we just see them, of course, fight the founder together, as here in the opening. Yeah, the opening is straight up showing that, right? I mean, yeah, they are fighting. They're shooting at Kissing and him in the opening, so. Then there's a guy flexing. Yeah, and then they're fighting a ripped guy in the opening, right? And then they're fighting the guys like, look at my look at my abs. It's like Slayer, yeah. It's like they close flying there and like, yeah, let's do it. It's like, okay. But I mean, come on. Clearly these two guys are the bad guys. They're the true bad guys. Or they're like cousins or something. Well, that could be a thing, right? It's the queen of the vassal. It might be the queen's sister, right? That could be a thing. Classic, like, she wants to be the real queen of the whole nation. That's what we trade them for. But that would make sense, right? If her mother then, Kiss's mother is the sister of Alice, mother, of course, and she's like, I want to have the throne. I want to be the queen of everything. The Suwa family. I don't know, but it feels just like the anime is very star-aligned. It also feels kind of predictable that obviously the Suwa family is the main bad guys, or at least I like with the main bad guys. It's kind of weird phone. It's like a... Yeah, why is the phone so big in the bottom? I mean, it's like, why is the phone... You know, why that's a weird shape of it? I keep wondering what she's the captain of. What is she the boss for? Every episode I wonder, how is she still the boss? It's like, how is she the boss for? Well, I guess she spotted the vortex though, so that's a good boss move there. Yeah, Sugoi, Captain! Yeah, Sugoi, Taisho! It's like, yeah, she's pointed at it. Oh, yeah, I found it, yeah. Yeah, it's like, let's go over there, yeah. It's like light or something. Good job, Captain. Yeah, she managed to discover the gigantic light thing there. It's like, yes, truly amazing captain abilities. Oh, okay, here we go. Rival squad. What does this mean then? Like, no, Sean. Like they are. Come on, it's gonna be nameless, right? Come on, see if I'm. I hope I'm right with this thing. Look at evil just then. Okay, what's his son is pure evil for? I don't know why her team is so evil for. Like, why are they like, oh, son, yeah, like, why are they like, oh, I have to kill you now? Okay. So she's a witch or something? What her alliance then? Okay. Yeah, she's a witch. I like how they have hidden my my sin. Well, I know something was up with her, but aren't they been friends for years? Oh, maybe they replaced them, I guess. Okay, maybe they killed her. Yeah, you really are dumb. I guess they replaced her, I guess, with some kind of man. It's a kind of... I guess it's some kind of... Maybe they don't. Maybe she's also a witch. But yeah, Captain gets owned here for her silliness. Okay, she clearly isn't nameless because he is nameless coming and killing them. But there was something up with her. I mean, something was weird with the woman though. So, I mean, but yeah, like, come on. I told you guys at least that she was weird. She was strange though. Yeah, assassinations force, but okay. He's probably completely muted, like, yeah, whatever. Man, the animation looks really poor. She was running, the animation looked really bad when she was running. That looked ridiculous. That looked ridiculous when she was running. She was like... it looked so stale. It was like it kind of moved her body. Oh my god. And generally she looked really weird too. The aliasing on the hair was really weird too. So they looked really low quality. But Jesus Christ, the running really took the cake there. But goddammit, she wasn't named. But she was strange though at least. At least I was like, man, I don't trust this woman. Yeah, I was like, she's clearly lying at least. Oh, we're gonna nuke them. Okay, good strategy. Well, you gotta save Oppai Captain though. So you jump in there, get some power up. This seems incredibly suspicious. Only 1 or 2 witches can get the powers. Yeah, it's like, who should we send in there? Maybe these traitors gonna take it. Yeah, it sounds incredibly suspicious. Yeah, so here they go. No! Oppai Captain! Arui! You're the nice lady to give me money for my car. Yeah, or my tank or so on, yeah. Oh no, I better kill her first. Oh, she's so stupid and whatever. Of course she is. Like, oh, I've seen him before somewhere. Her maid's like, yeah, shut up. You careless woman. Like, shut up, yeah. That's good. Like, what an idiot. But of course she's so stupid. She's like, oh my god, you're Ali Shannon! God damn it, woman. She's so stupid. Yeah, it's like, why can't you feel the room? It's like, feel the situation you're in. Like, oh, I know where you are. Like, come on, feel the room. I like, yeah, leave it to me. I'm a princess after all. I got the powers. Yeah. Oh, she wants to fight him. She's so thirsty for it. It's perfect. It's like, I want to fight him. That's right. I'm coming for you. Yeah, she's so damn thirsty. Like, this is perfect. You're gonna fight my boyfriend. Yeah, it's like, oh, she wants to fight him. Yeah, it's some kind of weird. But it's stupid of her to leave the vortex, though. I mean, it's like, she clearly is not trusting, you know, masked lord and, you know, kissing. Like, they look so evil. They look so incredibly evil, right? It's really stupid of her to leave the vortex with those 2 people. They're probably gonna use the power, right, and betray her, right? Oh, you're gonna nuke it now. Man, that looked really... That was kind of lame. It was like, Mew! Smoke. It wasn't like an explosion. There was no fire. There was no... It was just like dust flying up. And... Man, that didn't look very impactful. Here's a little... Here it burst a little bit. Okay. Why did it first? Man, it's just weirdly... I feel the whole fighting thing is weirdly done. Yeah, like they dropped him off, but it kind of stopped. Yeah, and she's evil, of course. She keeps... What happened to her fighting Iska, though? What happened? Yeah, they didn't... Yeah, but he's 100 times stronger than her, even though he's her subordinate. Bakana! She's really is like typical evil. Bakana! It's like she really is like the classic bad, you know, 80s cartoonish bad girl. Oh, Soro Bakana! Yeah. She'd probably kill her now. Because she's something weird with her. You see her ability in the opening, right? She has some kind of... Okay. What? Oh, the missiles. Why would it not explode anyway, though? Man, that looked really weird. Like, why would it not explode, even though she's like torn, she's sending some spikes? It should really explode anyway. Like, what? And there was some weird CG too, but whatever. Like, it just feel weird. It wouldn't explode at her. I think if it exploded, you know, at like the wall she created, it would be one thing. But it's like, no, it just swallowed it, and it didn't even explode inside when it swallowed it. Like, what was that? Pure breeds, indeed. I guess they for once actually miss out. Yeah, I guess they for once in this anime they actually are doing some education. This is the first time they have. But she's gonna face Nameless then because that's in the opening. So it really is like the opening, right? The opening really showed you every galaxy because Faces fights her in the opening here. Yeah, this is straight up in the opening. So the opening really spoils. The opening really spoils, right? Because the opening showed this fight as well at this location. The opening is like straight up what's gonna happen. So yeah, the opening had this fight scene, right? Same with like the the Founders one. Yes, she wants to meet her boyfriend. And that's what she's really angry for. I wanna meet my special one! But indeed, that fight is also in the opening, so everything that's in the opening is in the actual anime, right? It's obviously pretty bad CG. It's not under Furata level of it, but it's not well. This is not well done. This is pretty. I mean, you only have one color shade anyway, so it's not really. Oh my god. Maybe she's gonna fall in love too. Maybe she'll be like, oh, what a boy! Okay. Man, this looks... What? How does that power work? How does that power work? You can like, okay, just like resummon that missile that didn't explode earlier. What? There's like an ice... There's gonna be, Rocket League versus Gara. Here we go. Yeah, she has her ice protection and he's fast. Exactly, it's gonna be like, gate. Open gate 1. That's the weird shit. I'm sorry for protecting you. Yeah, I was like, no, don't worry. I kind of hope that he wins, though. Yeah, I kind of hope that she's just overpowered. Right? That actually this guy is stronger than her. I think it would make it better if they actually have more powers. These poor humans with their... Yeah. Man, her oppas are massive. Like last week we see what into the camera of the oppas. Yeah, but it's so ridiculous. Sometimes you see her ridiculous assets. They're so huge. Okay, here we go. It's gonna freeze the whole area, perhaps. Okay. Yeah, good. Just freeze the whole place. But you see, wonder if that affects him. Maybe he's like, whatever, my armor is like, it's not cold for me. He's left. Or did he? I mean, he can stealth. I wonder, did he just leave? I think it would make more sense if he, if he was like, no, he stepped away and stabs him in the back, or like, he could turn. It's a weird thing. The fights are kind of weird. The power limits or whatever, the power scale. So he's probably completely fine with whatever. So he's a nuke. Don't turn me. I got a sword. Yeah, how did he actually do it? I don't know. He's moved us up a bit. Well, yeah, he has a magic sword, I guess. But it wasn't even sensitive, was she? She shielded herself, so it wasn't even sensitive. I don't know why he has like a red. She created like a like a, I don't know, like a snake with it. Is it? I don't know. I'm just like, why does it have the sound effect and why is it like alive suddenly, or something? She doesn't look formidable at all actually for him. He completely owns her. She looks like really weak compared to him. Okay, and he's still too nice, right? He's still too thirsty for witches. So I was trying to smash them. That's his weakness there. He could have killed her easily, but he's like, no, I want to smash her, so I'm gonna knock her down, right? She doesn't like one. She loses the one ability. She looks really weak. I don't know. He's like, you're a formidable opponent. He didn't take any damage. He was like he one punched her. It's like he didn't seem strong at all compared to him. I mean, compared to each other. Of course, the other guy he's probably boss stronger. This stealth guy, right? Yeah, this evil. Yeah, like the obvious bad guy. And of course, instead of... Yeah, it's gonna step her, I guess. What? This is like a weird character. He could easily kicks her into... Oh, she gets power then. What's it doing? That seems... Yeah, this isn't open too. This is also in open. She falls into the astral. This is also part of the opening though. I guess the closest now, but this is also part of this. The opening is super spoiler. This is also in the opening that she gets kicked into this astral vortex thing. Well, it might make the captain massively powerful though. She's finally useful. Not just big op-pies, but also big magic, right? Big magic and big op-pies, like Alice. And she's gonna jump in too, right? Of course. So they also get power up. Yeah, but so why did he do that? Like, what's wrong with the bad guy? He's like, I'm gonna... That seems so incredibly stupid. The bad guy is like, well, we can only send in like 2 people into this astral team. Maybe a little more, but probably 2. And if you jump in there, they get this power up or whatever, right? I'm gonna kick in my enemies into that. Unless it's a kind of weird strategy how to make them have a better power up or unlock some evil dragon or something. I don't know, but it feels like... Unless if there is some kind of... You have to kick in some random innocent girl to unlock the evil dragon body or whatever. Maybe, but otherwise it feels really stupid. Why would you kick in the bad... His enemies, his bad guys, right, into the portal so they get power up. Like, what? He's like, I'm gonna give you level up. Why would you do that? You could just kill them instead. You could just stab them instead. But of course, this is probably gonna make them a lot stronger. Yeah, this is probably gonna make them a lot stronger because they all jump into it and... Yeah, now they get some kind of power up, right? I don't know what she's surprised for. How could this be? It's like you jumped into this like weird magical vortex. How could it be uncontrollable? It's like, what? What did you expect from it to happen? That it should be perfectly attainable? It's like, I don't know. But it feels like, Sonna Bakana! It's not in my control. It's like, yeah, I don't know why you expected it to be... to go perfectly planned there. It's quite the... the uncertainty to jump into that thing, right? Yeah, she's like, oh my god, my love! Yeah, she's all about that. Oh my god, no, my boyfriend! I really don't get the Mask Lord. He seems to be the most weirdest bad guy ever. It's like, I'm gonna kick him into the power up. It sounded a lot more reasonable that he would, you know, jump into the self or the princess, right? Not the princess, kissing, so he could use, so they could get stronger, right? I don't know why he will send his enemies into it, right? Unless, again, then. Unless by doing this he triggered some kind of apocalyptic thing that's like, oh, I can do this thing to unlock the Dark Lord or something, you know, oh, now I can utilize this thing for, I don't know. But yeah, everything that happens in the opening happens straight up in the episode, in the same order too, even. It's even the same order as the opening, it's even like basically the same, more or less, right, because fighting the Founders before and so on, I think it's like almost the same order as the opening as well. Yeah, maybe a little bit after ending. Maybe. I don't think so. But yeah, it's like I don't know. The anime has its weeks, I feel, for the fights because their fights look worse and worse actually every episode. I mean, it's definitely more fun to watch them have the weird dates, right? And have like, oh no, let's go to this pasta place. So no, it's oh, you like this thing too? Yeah, like that is more fun, right? The dating, it really is. These fights are kind of weird, and it wasn't even a good fight, I think. I mean, it had both the CGI, right? Weird, low level CGI, didn't look very good, and he was so overpowered. He just like one punched her, right? And still talks like, oh, she's so strong, lady. Like, no, you one punched her. That was weird. And it feels kind of silly that no one ever kills anyone. Yeah, it's very, you know, tropey in a sense, right? Like the bad guy appears and like stabs him, and then instead of stabbing the girl, he just kicks her into the portal. He could have stabbed her and then put her in the portal, right? That could have been a better strategy. Whatever, you could just stab her. Why would he kick her, like when you can just stab her, right? Like, you see what I mean? I hate it with bad guys when they're so incompetent. It's like, why wouldn't you just use a weapon? You know, it doesn't make any sense. He easily could have killed her, or at least then injured her severely, and then of course the movie was there for place. It would be better for him, right? But it's like, nah, I'm just gonna knee her and then be like, I'm out of my merry way. Yeah, it feels very, very tropey that the bad guys are so incompetent. Certainly extremely incompetent. But it definitely comes off as very, very strange, right? That they're talking about how this vortex makes you stronger and so on, right? That's what I've talked about a few times now, but you know what I mean. And then why would, of course, then the bad guy kick in the good guy into the power-up? Like, that doesn't make any sense. I mean, yeah, again, it's very tropey, right? But usually, at least, if you look at gaming, as well, has very similar storyline, which is a very, very, you know, JRPG storyline, right? Usually, at least, the bad guy will, like, stab the good guy, you know, leave him to die, and then the good guy's like, oh, I'm unlocking my inner demon, right? And then he turns into his second true form, right? When the bad guy's left, right? And then maybe he can jump into the portal and have the power, or, like, when he's dying next to the portal will, like, jump into it, be like, I will pull you in and save your life, and we can unite and become this new thing, or whatever. Yeah, that kind of thing usually happens, right? Like, the bad guy is incompetent by not killing the good guy, and leaving him to die next to whatever power source he can find, right? Which might be internally, or if it's externally, the bad guy doesn't expect, right, that he will be able to combine, right, as soon as he's dying, right? But it happens a lot, right, in these kind of similar storylines. But here instead, you just kicked him into the power-up. It's like, why would he do that? Yeah, why? What's the point of doing that? What are they gonna use that by himself, or his princess kind of girl there? Or are they gonna use it, or their lead, right? The queen, I guess, is an opening. Were they gonna use that, right? Weren't they gonna, like, utilize that thing? That's really strange to me. Like, what was the point of that? Like, what's the point of him empowering his enemies? Like, it's really stupid. And also, he could have just killed her, right? You could have stabbed her immediately and killed her, or he could have, you know, at least stabbed and then kicked her away and so on. So, like, what's the point of doing this? Like, she's almost dying now. Like, come on, like, it's really stupid. I hate that kind of writing. It's so cliche that the bad guys are so incompetent. But this is actually much more incompetent than what they usually are, because again, I think in similar storylines, because it's a very, very tropey anime, right? In similar storylines, usually the bad guy, like, helps the good guy to get stronger, right? But they don't help them intentionally to get stronger. They accidentally makes them get stronger, right? Sometimes they do, though. And then in some kind of grand scheme, right? So if he has a grand scheme, I guess, to empower them in some kind of grand super scheme, right? Give Oppa Captain powers to, I don't know, summon the demon lord or whatever, right? Okay, fine. Then it's fine, of course. Then it's a grand scheme, right? But it feels like if it isn't like a super grand, overly complicated, you know, convoluted scheme here, it just seems really strange that he would do this. Like, it's really stupid, I guess, more than strange. But anyway, yeah, that's the anime. I don't know. The episode definitely felt weak, or the early episode. Also, fortunately, the opening spoils it, right? The opening is everything in the openings happens, right? Now we basically have had every opening scene, though. So let's do a new opening, and we can't get spoiled so much more from the opening, because most have taken place now. But still, though, it's kind of like, yeah, here's the opening again. Oh, that's in the opening too. Definitely. Now she's falling into the portal. It's an opening. Yeah. Alright, so you guys tomorrow with Akudama Drive and of course When They Cry.